the title of your book. This is very, very important. Very important. The title. That's a bookshop. That's who you're competing against. A huge amount of books. Okay, there's like maybe 1,000 books which drop into the market every single month. How do you possibly stand out? We need to have a great cover. Now I'm going to give you some examples of some different types of titles that you can come up with. I'm going to talk about some of these, and I'm going to give you some examples, but I want you to think about, as you're in your seats, what are some titles for your book based on some of these different styles. The first one is a short title, normally 1 or 2 words, but it has a very, very descriptive subtitle, and that's the important thing. Short titles are okay, but it has to have a fantastic subtitle. So I'm going to go through some examples later so you can see. The next one is a long title, Like it could be how to get a new business in 90 days or less and keep it forever. That's a long title. It says everything it needs to say in the title, so normally it doesn't need a subtitle. We're going to look at some examples of that a little bit later as well. Another one is a shock title. A friend of mine wrote a book and said, if you want to lose weight, eat chocolate and drink beer. If you want to lose weight, you heard me correctly, if you want to lose weight, eat chocolate and drink beer. You can't walk past that book without saying, what? And have to pick it up, because it's so against anything that we've ever been taught. Okay? Another guy who I was speaking to was writing a book called How to Buy a Piece of Real Estate for Less Than a Cup of Coffee. You look at that book and you just have to pick it up. Another one is, if you want to look 10 years younger, throw away your skincare. These are shock titles, okay? They get your attention. You're going to see some more examples later. Another one is a story or a metaphor title. This is one here by Brian Tracy. It's called Eat That Frog. Now, you don't really understand what is the purpose of that title, Eat That Frog, but underneath it says, this is why a short title and a subtitle, 21 great ways to stop procrastinating and get more done in less time. So, okay, it's a time management book. Eat That Frog makes no sense, but as soon as you see the subtitle, it makes sense. However, that's an analogy that he is throughout the book. He says, whatever is most painful for you, for example, if it was eating a frog, what most people do is they wait till 10 o'clock at night, they just finish their reading, they switch off their lamp, and they eat their frog. But what about if you woke up, saw the frog there, and you got it out of the way? You ate the frog first thing of the day. How do you feel for the rest of the day? You feel fantastic. And that's a book about time management. It's a metaphor for what the content of the book is about. Very, very powerful. The other one is a common saying with a twist. I saw a book, and it was a book for female investors, and that book was Girls Just Want to Have Funds. Funds, not fun, funds. Okay, with a D and an S on the end. Another one about ski destinations, the greatest snow on Earth. Okay, obviously, a spin on the greatest show on Earth. Okay, the other one here is a series title. For example, Chicken Soup for the Soul, The Dummies Guide, The Idiot's Guide, The Secrets Exposed series. And another one is a personal brand. I'm going to give you some examples now. So I want you to tell me what these books are. Wombat Selling, How to Sell by Word of Mouth. Who thinks they could guess what that one is? Short title with a subtitle and probably a metaphor as well. I haven't read the book personally, but I'd guess that there's a metaphor in that as well. Why Men Marry Bitches. What is that? That's a shock title. You look at that and it stops you in your tracks. You need to read that again to make sure that you read it right. Now, you can't see the subtitle, but it's called The Lay Guide. I looked past that. What was that? Listen to this subtitle. How to seduce women more beautiful than you ever dreamed possible, no matter what you look like or how much you make. Is that a powerful subtitle? You look at that book, it's like, man, I've got to read it, okay? But the title on itself, the main title doesn't make any sense, but when you read the subtitle, it's very powerful. So subtitles are key, okay? Next one, Teach Yourself About Shares. What is that? I think it's a series. Teach yourself about, real estate, teach yourself about fishing, whatever. But that's a series there, or it can be a relatively short title with a subtitle. This one here, The Barefoot Investor, okay? This guy here teaches people investing in their 20s and 30s. Now, you probably wouldn't know unless you know who this guy is, but he goes everywhere in bare feet. He does media interviews with his feet on the table and he has no shoes on. He's called the Barefoot Investor. That's like a personal brand that he's created for himself, and he's positioned his book to match his personal brand that he's created.